Welcome back, weirdos. It's time for the tea with yours truly. If I could speak, that would be a great. Anyways, welcome back. If you are new to my channel, I'm just a big weirdo who loves other weirdos, and I hop on my channel, do some makeup, and talk some tea, talk shit basically, about various topics, whatever anyone decides that we should talk about, or whatever I'm feeling that day, or whatever might be going on. I'm actually really excited about today's video because it's actually a it's makeup, but it's a specialty design that I'm doing. It is a expressive, it's going to be expressive, like an art piece. I'm trying not to say because I noticed in my last video I said so much that I was ready to punch myself in the face. So if that annoyed anybody else, I am so sorry, because that is really annoying. I just did it again. I'm gonna try not to though, okay? I'm gonna try not to say it. Okay, so anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. Oh yeah, today's topic while we are doing the face art piece is mental health. I'm gonna talk a little bit about my own, and then like use my personal experience to let you know what other people might be going through this time of year. So it's a really hard time of year for a lot of people, and just something that we should probably talk about. So stay tuned. See ya. Hello, weirdos. Welcome back. All I have done so far is like the base part. So I don't know if you guys can see it in the camera, and maybe not because I put powder on both sides, but one side is matte and the other side is glow because I wanted them to be separate. So hopefully that'll work out towards the end and you'll be able to see a difference. I'm gonna try not to, maybe you can turn it into a drinking game. Every time I say take a drink. No, I would never condone that. So, well, we already done this. The only thing that stinks is I'm not completely like up on these things or like used to this yet, so forgive me. But I get distracted and forget what I'm talking about. It's fine, right? Totally fine. Okay, so what I'm using to do the eyeshadows is Love is Love palette. And I chose this one because it has all the colors. So anything I'll think about using, I will have in this palette. And forgive my radio if it cuts in and out, but we share a hotspot, and my son's in there playing video games right now. So yeah, there's that. I tried a new setup today, so we will see how that works. I just don't know how well it's gonna work out for us. There's one. So anyways, mental health and the holidays. Well, I'm not going to get into the mental health and the holidays quite yet, because those of you who struggle with mental health, and do you ever have those silly little things that just be like they're really silly and kind of stupid, but they just end up being the straw that completely breaks the camel's back? Like it's just that thing that you're like, yep, I've had enough, I'm done. And then like F it comes after that, and it's dumb. And you could, like, it could be a situation that you completely understand, like, you're not really mad about it, you're just kind of like, story of my life. So it ends up becoming a lot bigger issue than it is. It just seems like is it making any sense? Like, just that straw. Like, okay, so the other day just the other day something happened, and like plans got canceled last minute, and I really needed them, and like the reason why they were canceled was a completely legitimate reason. So like I wasn't upset about the reason at all. Especially considering who I am and like what I do. It was totally like, duh, yeah, go ahead. But it was just like one of those instances where it was like, oh my god, seriously? Like, and I had, like, at first thought, I was like, I have nowhere else to go, I have no one else to call, like, what am I gonna do? And, yeah, so that's, you know, and it just turned into, like, I literally sobbed all day long. I cried all day long, and for, like, no reason. It was just, it was actually really stupid, but it really, like, just really bothered me, I guess. Like, it gave me that feeling where it's like, you know, no one's ever there when I need them. But I know that's not true. It's just one of those things where it's like the final straw. Or that one little moment that validates, you know, every little insecurity that you have, or every negative thing that you think about yourself. Yep, that happened to me the other day. And like I said, perfectly justified reason. Wasn't I wasn't mad at the person at all, but I ended up being upset all day and literally cried about everything. I'm just one of those people, it doesn't happen to me very often, so when the straw finally breaks the back, it's just bad news. So these are color graphic pens from ColourPop is what I'm using now. And I have only mapped this lookout once, and I've drawn it. So what you are seeing is my first attempt at this. So, have some mercy. And hopefully it turns out, I did sketch it out on a piece of paper, and then, ooh, no, I won't light. And then I did a rough draft on my face, but I didn't use any of my supplies. Like, I literally just used eyeshadow to map it out. Just to see if what I was thinking, what I wanted to do was going to work. And it did, so here we are. I am using, I have no idea. I don't know how to read it. It's from Tarte though. Tarteist. It's a two-sided black eyeliner. So, you know, those days it's okay for, you know, it to feel like the end of the world, because in that instant it might feel like the end of the world, even though it may have nothing to do with what actually happened, which in my case it did not. So now, mental health and the holidays. This is a rough time for so many reasons, and all of them are just as legit as the others. I know for me, personally, one of the biggest things about this season is I am I'm the only single person in our immediate family. So for me, it kind of emphasizes how alone I am and that I'm on my own. Not to mention all the stress of the actual Christmas event itself, given the fact that I'm alone. So for all of your single friends, whether they admit it or not, and maybe it's not, but for most, it's rough, because not only do you have to deal with, you know, possibly seeing it in your family, or possibly noticing or being the only one, like I am, in my family. It's just, they've got a lot to deal with. And then, you know, you get on social media and you see everybody posting their family pictures. I know I had a hard time on Thanksgiving because people posted a lot of their family photos. And, it just, I don't know, made me feel like I felt it. And while it's not a big deal, and it doesn't bother me all the time, this time of year is just really hard. Just know that that's something that could be bothering your friends, especially your single friends or your single family members, is that fact that they're alone, and this just emphasizes it this time of year. Oh my gosh, that did not. Shh, don't look. Oh, come on. Don't look, don't look. And that right there, my friends, is why sponges are amazing. So if you mess up, you just use your concealer / your everything else and fix it. So that's always great, right? There it is again. I hope I haven't said it a whole bunch of times. I think it's because I don't plan what I'm going to say, so like while I'm thinking, I just say it without thinking about it. So I'm sorry. I really try not to. Especially now that I'm a little bit more conscious of it than I was before that last video. I hope I haven't like ummed you guys to death this whole time I've been doing this. Or the whole time I've been attempting this. And then, you know, there's loss. Loss is a big one. If you've lost anything, especially earlier in the year, it also magnifies that. I know, especially with my grandmother being gone now, this time of year is hard because this was like this was her time of year. This was her holiday. This was her, this was just where we celebrated her. This is where we spent all of our time with her. And she's been gone 2 years now. So, well, this will be the second Christmas without her. And it's just, it's hard now. It just doesn't have the same feel. And this was my favorite time of year because of her. Sorry. It really is. It's because I'm thinking out loud. I gotta find another word. Put another word down there for me to say instead of that, because it's gonna drive me batshit crazy. And I know it's gonna drive some of you guys crazy too. So, her being gone has just made this time of year really hard. Like, it was never my favorite time of year anyways, but I enjoyed it because of her. And now that she's gone, it's just not the same. It kind of sucks. Anyway. So just be conscious of this. People who have lost something, people who've went through, lost someone to death, people who have gotten divorced and weren't, like, happy about it. Like, it hurt them. Because not all divorces are bad. Sometimes it's what's best for one person or the other, and sometimes people are happy about it. One thing that I've learned doing what I do is it's not the event, but it's the perception of the event that makes all the difference in the world to the person that it's affecting. Does that make sense? So, like I mentioned before, that straw on an already, very shaky camel's back, when you put that final straw on there, it can make all the difference in the world on how they're feeling. So it might not be that one thing, it might be a whole bunch of things, all at once, that are just too much for the person to handle. So, when you have an instance like mine where it was a legitimate reason, even a reason that I understood, but I still got upset because of my own, personal things. But it had nothing to do with, the person that, that person that had to cancel, or the person that couldn't do what they said they were going to do. It was mostly just my issues. So, if you know somebody and something that could normally be like completely understood and valid, if they get upset and you're like, that seems like a really weird thing to get upset about, you may just want to ask, is everything okay? Because there might be a lot more going on than what you know of. I'm not sure that that's did exactly what I wanted it to do, but it's fine. Good enough. So, that's the biggest thing that I want you to take away, is it's not the events themselves, it's the perception of the events. And I know for me, all of these family events always have a tendency to make me feel super, super alone, or make me realize how alone I actually am, and it can be really depressing, even if I know better, or like, I can be understanding of things and it's still like be super depressing. And it really does, it makes me sad, because sometimes during the holidays I don't have a lot of money, and I know my family's around, and families, don't be offended by your single people in your families who feel like they're alone and that there's nothing for them, because it's different. Like, we know that you're there for us, we know that you care about us, we know that you'll help us if we need it, and if you don't have that, I'm sorry, I really am, but if you do have that, and you're the person that does that, don't be offended that they're still feeling alone, or they're still feeling like there's a lot on their shoulders, because there is a lot on their shoulders, and they know that you'll help them if they ask you to, but it's just not the same. It's like, you don't want to have to. You wish you had that one thing that was yours, or that relationship that was yours, or that little family that was yours, that you could deal with these things with, or that you could talk about these things with, or just that one person that you could go to and talk about things with. It's a big deal, especially during this time of year, because there's so many, like, there's presents, there's bills, you probably turn the heat on, so the heating bill goes up. I mean, there's just so many things during this time of year. And then there's, if your family has issues with one person or another, and you guys get together, and some person can't come because family doesn't like them, or you can't go because family doesn't like you, or there's somebody in your family that you don't like, or you know, we all have issues in the family, but those issues that cause family to stay separated or cause some people not to be included, that could be really hard on some people too, especially if you're one that wants the person included or wishes that the person would come to things or stuff like that. Or if you're the person that's estranged, it can make you feel bad. Your work, you know, it could make you depressed because your family doesn't want you around and you want to be around, and it's just, there's so much about this time of year that's can really hurt. Like, it really gets to people and it really hurts people, and it's sad. And just a little bit of understanding goes a long way. So if you don't understand why somebody's reacting a certain way to something, or that, I wonder how many that is. I wonder if I should count them. I'm so sorry. It's just because I don't write anything down. I just ramble on and on and on and on. It's my brain's way of going, okay, what's next? So, yeah. I don't really know what else to say, and I got one side of this done. So, actually, yeah, I'll keep chatting. I don't know what I'm going to say, but I can keep chatting while I finish this other side. What's a happy color? I have blue. So, yeah, mental health is just oops, I did the wrong thing. It's just one of those things. But like I said, the biggest thing to take away from everything that I've said, if you can understand anything I said between all the is it's not the event, but it's the person's perception of the event. So what may not seem like a big deal could be a big deal to somebody else. Just like I said, divorce is a great example. Bad to some people, but then to one person, it could be the greatest thing that happened to them ever. It's just a matter of perception. It's how you feel about what is going on. I don't know, I need that. You're probably looking at me like, what in the world is she doing? But it's gonna be great. I feel like it's already turning out a lot better than I thought it would. I think I maybe should have grabbed another palette though. Just for some more colors, because these have colors, but this has a lot of choices for colors. And it just... they're all kind of the same. Not to mention we're dealing with COVID this year. the wheel stands for you. How about that? I'm not sure what I was going for there. It's fine. Works. We'll make it work. It's all good. All good. Okay, so I still have a lot of work to do and I'm already at 30 minutes and I've run out of things to say. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop off here, I'm going to finish it up, and then I will come back. Okay, welcome back. So here it is. The final look. Not too bad for the first attempt at something like this. I think it turned out pretty good. I'm trying not to. So the idea here was, this is our real selves, and this is the mask that we put on. I don't think it's ever gonna stop. I really want it to stop. Anyways, so to create the mask-like look, I used a highlighter. I used pink eyeshadow for the cheek to give it a little bit of depth. And then I just did the normal over here, except drew my eyelash or under eye a little lower, but the rest is all the same over here. Just the highlighter that I used to create the mask is Lumi True Match. The what color this is. Oh, ice glaze. So I think it worked out pretty well to create the mask effect. If I had to redo this again, I'd probably cut the mask up just a little bit higher. But yeah, so hope you enjoyed it. I apologize if there wasn't as much talking or I didn't tell you something that you wanted to hear or wanted to know. But if you'd like to see more things like this and maybe less talking, I don't know, do I have to fill up the void, or do you guys like watching? I don't know. It's really whatever you want and whatever you guys like. But I had fun doing this. And next time is going to be an unboxing. I got my December stuff in, so we'll do an unboxing and a figure things out type thing. It's actually turned out pretty good. Let me know what you guys think. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate and love you guys. Please take care of each other. And I will see you soon. Bye.